Chris Chinnock here in the Sony booth at InfoComm 2014. I've just had a rundown of what they're showing in the booth here this year. Actually, some very interesting stuff they're showing. Let's start with calling Vision Presenter, and I kind of see this as, and this is my words, kind of a reaction or an alternative to the Brio or ClickShare collaboration products from Christie and Barco, for example. But this is really a software version of that, whereas theirs are much more hardware oriented. So they've built basically an interface layer in software. It's based on HTML, and it allows you to create a number of templates. So you can have, in this case, they're showing back here a 4K panel that has a number of preview windows and then a kind of a main area. You can also do this with two blended projectors. They have templates that, and they're demonstrating that in the other part of the booth, where you've got a blended projection palette, and basically you can create a number of input windows and larger parts of the display, and then kind of thumbnail areas. And you can add interactivity to this with a camera, so you can kind of swipe from one area to the next to make that the presentation or the input of interest. It can support video inputs. It can support PowerPoint. It can support camera, so you can integrate security cameras from Sony into this with control of those. So you can have live camera feeds. You can have basically assets that are almost anywhere on the enterprise. It can be linked through a PC, and the size of that PC is dependent on the application and the number of assets or inputs that you need for that. So you might need one video capture card. You might need one or more GPUs to support this. And then you have the software application layer on top, which allows you to interact with all these assets in a collaborative environment. So they're selling that for about $10,000 for the software license, basically for one kind of display solution, whether that's a projector, two-projector solution, or a flat panel. And customers, of course, can basically configure their PC any way they see fit. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's talk about some of the projectors that they've also introduced here. New this year is what they call the VPLHS700. This was actually demonstrated and debuted at the Display Summit conference as part of the Lamp versus Laser demo room, and was discussed during that event. They're now showing it in the booth here. This is a 7,000 lumen laser phosphor projector. It has it's rated at 20,000 hours of lifetime, starting from full brightness. Now, if you're running it in standard mode or eco mode, you can actually get either longer lifetime, or it won't be down to that 50% brightness level at 20,000 hours. So it depends kind of on your use mode. Benefits of this: 7 seconds for instant on, so picture on the wall in 7 seconds. It has a picture mute, which is kind of a new term they've coined. Basically, they turn the lasers off to a completely black screen, not that kind of gray-black that you'd have in a normal projector. It also has an option for HD base T. I asked Sony about HD base T adoption, and they seem to say that they're getting pull for this in the education market. The reason being the longer cable lengths that they have to run content, as well as the multiple sources. So you just configure a router or switcher with all your sources, one Cat5 cable to the projector, you're done. Very nice solution. So this, the 700 rather, Z700, available somewhere in the September timeframe for around $17.5 US dollars. Also new is the XSW630. This is an ultra short throw XGA, wide XGA projector, 3100 lumens for the education market. And also new is the 375. This is a 5,000 lumen 1920 by 1200, also with an HD base T option focused on the education market. Maybe the most interesting product they're showing here is a brand new product. It is a short throw 4K, a true 4K, so 4096 by 2160 projector system. So this is showing in the back corner of the booth right now. Really nice looking content, 4K and a native 4K aspect ratio. Throw distance looked to me to be about maybe 2 feet or so. A fairly large box, but that package may change according to them. And laser phosphor based. So Sony had talked about a similar product, a short throw home theater projector. I'm sure that was not laser phosphor based, but this one is. So the first 4K laser phosphor based short throw, I would think home theater or perhaps corporate aimed applications. No pricing on that yet, but 20,000 hour lifetime on that as well. In addition, they're showing some very nice demos, blended projectors, a couple of blended projector demos, one on a curved screen, one on a flat, and perhaps the most impressive blend is four of their 4K projectors, the SRX-T15. That's a 18,000 lumen SXRD 4K projector. They got 4 of those blended to make an 8K by 4K image that looks really good. I don't know how big that screen is, maybe 200 inches. Very impressive. So that's the summary of the demos here at the Sony booth at InfoComm 2014. Chris Chinnock for Display Central.